Okay. I think I'm prepared now.
You! Inside the barriers! Double time! You with the Xeno unit? Head to command. Far end of the compound.
Can't be too careful. That's at 65. Don't I have a regulator? 72, okay.
Stock versions are never quite what you want, are they?
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatum,
No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinium is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other? Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
Pinpoint's a bit strong.
The equipment will be able to get us a rough location of any acceptable samples in the scan area. It'll be up to you, Kaiser, and I to find the things. All right. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
All right. How's that compare? It's worse.
So tired. I need to get better sleep.
We're just gonna equip all those.
Hello.
Can't chat right now.
Can't tell what's in there. Pistol?
Word of advice while you're out there. Don't trust the
I am grateful for it. What have you got for me?
Let's see.
I am. You will think of me. I hope. My babe. If there's anything you need.
That was adorable. My favorite person. Oh, I really just need you to carry.
sure you don't want to hold on to that?
No.
Yes? What? You match our description. Make sure you had the best.
I would move the stars for. Did you need me to get? I am so grateful for you.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
I probably should. Let's see.
Julie.
Then let's see.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this? Yeah, just pre-mission jitters. You hear about a place for so long, it maybe gets bigger in your head than it should be. But you don't need to worry about me. I'll be all right. Now, are we doing this or not? Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
Combat procedures activated.
These things, they're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the more control.
We'll put this in radio so that the smells will not get.
Clear them out.
Take your best shot.
Okay.
Deploying lethal countermeasures.
processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
Let me just fucking take everything, because we're gonna fucking need it. Hell yeah. Okay. Nothing out that way, so I'm gonna close that fucking door. I guess I have to go out that door. Damn, that one's at 42.
Morphs! Open fire!
Where?
There it is! Open fire! Fire! Damn it!
You left us. Why did you leave us?
Get him, Kaiser.
They're everywhere! All around! Nowhere is safe!
Oh. Ooh. Oh, we need to get that one. Don't I have it calibrated? 65. That one doesn't even have anything done to it. take those. That's gonna become useful.
Vasily's samples collected.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Where the fuck is he leaping to?
Samples secure.
Nice work. Now, earlier scan picked up a valid Terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I am not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
Then we've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
How did he know that? Do you have like programming? Oh, was it her father? Is he like streaming data to him? I don't know what I could do.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
And no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. Real marvel.
Yeah, pretty fascinating. Too bad nobody's ever gonna live here again.
All these leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
Fucking leeches. Oh, it's a cool helmet.
What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Captain,
What the actual fuck?
oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs.
What the fuck?
Leeches infest every settlement, every corner of the settled systems. That means that every single one... Oh, no.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets.
And it's the fucking leeches.
That I don't have an answer for right now. But if they share a genome, like most nymphs and adults do, the microbe should have no problem dealing with heat leeches and terramorphs. The Asylees we'll have to look into. But given what we know about the creatures, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to find that they've got an appetite for both. No, Lazarus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinian lost to these things. What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible. What are Heat leeches. They're one of the most successful pests in the known universe. Tough as titanium, they sneak onto planets by hiding in ship engines, build nests on anything that... But I guess what they're actually doing with all that energy they've been siphoning is fueling one hell of a transformation. Which explains how something as big as a terramorph has been spreading between worlds with no one noticing. Until now. I am sincerely inclined to agree, but current evidence suggests nature manages it just fine. The Lazarus plant. It's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, does this... Could someone have set that up? Me neither. You'd have to know this all exists, first and foremost.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go!
Jesus. That's a big revelation. Good thing I've been killing all those fucking things now. Well, let me get my mines.
Percival, Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Oh.
Uploading them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here?
Some kind of conspiracy.
Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks.
I wonder where they could have gotten such an idea, deploying alien life forms as weapons.
I wouldn't be shocked to find out our team, in part, inspired the approach, but our group never dealt with something that could have an effect like this. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test, someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion. It can't. At least, I didn't think it could. But maybe if we're right about this, someone found a way. They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way.
Could it be her father trying to, like, I don't know, justify his release? It's a pretty big what if. But I don't know how he could do it, how he could even arrange it.
I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
My game just froze. God damn it, that's twice today that's fucking froze. Okay.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required.
And we do that. Ah, Captain. I think I see it.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties? Yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he? saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He was
That is a disgusting way to describe what happened here. Someone who truly knows what it means to command, to be in charge of and responsible for others would never do such a thing.
He decided to sentence his own soldiers to death. But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was protecting us all.
I just see it as like...
His grave. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared.
Maybe him. I don't. Do I tell her? Do I tell her? I'm opened up TikTok. I need... Fuck, I don't want to Google it. Oh, it would be a bad time to tell her.
Right. Settled systems are counting on us. Try now.
God damn it. Hypothermia and frostbite. This bitch sucks. I didn't know what to tell her or not. I'm like, you know, if I do tell her, then I'm like, I don't know.
Successful.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That sound good. Eyes peeled. What the hell? Is that the sample? My God, concentrate fire!
Come on then. We have
That sound! What is that?
That thing is putting out some kind of signal. Radar's lighting up. I think you're due for some company.
You left us. Why did you...
Integrity compromised.
The signal that thing's putting out to call in those creatures, I think I can nullify it. But I'm gonna need some help.
Watch out!
There should be some radar equipment powered up now around the port. Get those online, and I'll relay my signal through there. Connection received. Broadcasting signal.
Look! It's working!
All sides! They're all around us! Pull back! Pull back!
But the thralls, they're attacking the anomaly. Merciful, are you doing this?
That's not me. I'm just nulling out the frequency.
We freed them, and they're helping us.
Stand still. I'm going to wear your skin.
Still got more capacity. Get to the next fish. No signal unarmed.
It's working!
No signal at full power. That should be the end of its connection to its thrall.
Here! I'm over here! Oh God! Please don't let me die!
Now hit it with everything you've got.
Do I have that rocket launcher? No, rocket launcher.
Put down your weapons. We just want to be friends.
Yeah.
They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can. Good. Now just stash that sample with my
Oh.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Oh. I don't know. I wanted to tell her, but like, I don't know. If it got out, it'd be pretty damning. They're already on the brink of war. If she knows, then others could know. Like, I don't know.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion. Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Faye Victus knew about this damn plan?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, what?
Captain, now's really not the time to be making cracks like that.
I gotta be honest.
No. No, that can't be. I saw him. He's actually really alive? My God. And you've known that, what, all this time? And decided now was the time to bring it up? You swore? You swore. You were just doing your duty. I know. I know what that's like. I'm glad you...
I wasn't gonna tell you, but like...
At long last.
Well, that revelation sure as hell changes things.
It certainly does.
Faith victim is alive after all this time. So his execution was a lie? A cover-up? Absolutely unconscionable.
It also makes my father the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Look, Percival and I, we need to tend to these samples. Guarantee we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. But I think you, Captain, should get in contact with my father and find out what he might know about the attacks. Captain, I truly don't. He's already shown he's... So do you think you... Good. We'll all meet back at mast, outside the cabinet chambers. Best of luck, Captain.
Visiting a Londinian has left me with a longing for an era. I did not think this was possible.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna tell her, but it was probably best. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have told her if he hadn't known about it. With him knowing what the cause was and knowing all of these years, not very much of a brilliant mind, is he?
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, did you find what you were looking for? I haven't been to Londinian in many years. What? Good news then. So, what exactly are you doing? Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. Of course. Do I look like I'm in any position to do what you're describing? So I'd very much appreciate your agreement to not share what you found. We wouldn't want anyone else jumping to conclusions now, would we? You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. You couldn't be more right. risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. It's easy to judge now, but the Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. In that moment, I wasn't about to add another dangerous variable to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely...
We gotta make this a pretty good plan.
Why would I want to be in the good graces of the people who control my very life? I don't know, Captain. Maybe I still dream of a life outside these walls someday. A new face would be needed, of course, but it wasn't an impossibility. Though now, I'm not so sure.
Oh yeah, no.
It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind eye to my advantage. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I've led campaigns less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient, dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom you're actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, ultimately effective. There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. And we all benefited.
This dude is evil.
I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. That is a pity, Captain. Just think about the opportunity I've provided.
Sure. Whee.
Authorized personnel only.
I was just thinking about you. I will watch your back.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be fun.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find any? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant? I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did it? It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him.
Somehow, after all that has transpired, he still believes himself to be. But all it has done is further.
Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he... I'm sure he did. But he killed... So I guess that gives us our final answer. Unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through. It's hard to know.
I'd kill him.
Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't butchers. But killing UC citizens, along with everything. But if you're really that concerned, you could request they be lenient. They might be... Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be near... Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But... They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Asylees seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch them. Like an open airlock guzzling angry spaghetti. Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference. And here we go.
Oh, we have to make me get up here too? Okay.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
My God.
An attack? Using Terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct?
Or lays? It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use Terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling. Considering Francois Sinon, you have evidence to back this up?
It just transformed. A Terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this. And said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to help?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by... That's truly disconcerting to hear. For cutting off Vae Victus's contact with the outside world. That will be up to the cabinet, but I don't appreciate our mercy being. It's well past due. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President. Tell the Freestar Collective? Why? So they have another tool to utilize against us?
I'm in agreement.
Agreed. Any effort to de-escalate the situation should be considered. Being as open as possible would be a valuable move.
Oh, that is an interesting idea. A grand gesture to further display this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past.
The observers on Mars have proven such a gesture can bear fruit.
So, you want us to make nice with the Collective by sharing our state secrets?
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions. that the plant will never be used as a weapon again.
That does sound worthwhile, Chief Kulkarni. Very well. We'll get the collective involved in the management. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain.
Smart move.
So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet.
I think you go the natural way.
Your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the Captain has yet to weigh in.
I see.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
I wouldn't go that far.
In a bold new future.
Bolder, better, and brighter. Well, I need to write that one down for later.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the Captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things.
So I just got the Medal of Honor, basically.
Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial. And I'm told the penthouse is...
Penthouse?
You all have earned it.
I'm interested.
Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Hell yeah. A legacy forged. Should just start going down the list. I look kind of badass. Oh, there's my experience. Okay, I'm like 300 away.
Well, well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a... No need to thank me. You brought the... I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All you see... And the credits should be in your... But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Affilion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
Nice.
Just out the front door and across the plaza. By the... Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate. But, with all that squared, there are your standard Vanguard missions. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terror. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biolog... Any of those missions call to you? Of course. You've earned some R&R.
Oh, there it was.
You know what you like. No shame at all.
How much money do I have now?
Never a better time than right now to settle down and make New Atlantis home. If you're a citizen, of course. Well, well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen, you've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedication. It's a premium penthouse at the top.
What do you say? It'll just take us...
Great! You're in for a real treat. Okay, you're all set. You're new. You'll love the place. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure.
Let's see. Mercury Tower.
Definitely better than the last in the series.
Oh, this is nice. Prime real estate. It's kind of a gorgeous view of the land. Oh. Trying to see if it's still broke down there. Very nice. Oh, even better view, dude. A little dark work out, but whatever. Do some laundry. Very nice.